All right, everybody, this is Shake and Bake from www.shakespub.net. Where am I? I am in Homebrew. This is an indie game. It was greenlit, and it just became available on Steam. Comes out in November, and I thought I'd put together this video because people looking at these early access games on Steam, they wonder, what is it about? Should I get it? And, you know, they're looking for some reliable source that's going to tell them about this game and show it to them. So I'm going to do that right now. This game, I love it. I've been playing hours and hours and hours of this game. I'm going to show you things about it. This is, I will call it the Steam version with one caveat. And that is, it is still subject to change. This is in October right now when I'm playing this. This is got features that are going to be in the Steam version, but obviously subject to change before the release date, which I will assume will only even get better. So where we're at right now is just we're out in this world. This is an open sandbox vehicle building exploring game, and I call this one the little guy. So we're going to jump in. It doesn't look like much, the little guy, but let me tell you, the little guy is one of my favorite vehicles, just because its maneuverability and its ability to get up quick and go in quick and land. I love this little guy. This little guy is a beast, okay? And as I'm flying into the home base here, I'm going to show you some of the new stuff you can get here in the Steam version that's coming. That is that's different than the current version, the demo. And I want to thank the devs for letting me check this out. Really appreciate it. Great group of guys working hard on this game. Let's bring her in here nice and easy. Nah, not too easy there, but that was not a great landing. All right, let's get over here. We're going to go inside here. I'm going to show you. So basically, it's this open world. And I mean, I say open world. It's open world. Yeah, the plan is, from what I'm hearing maybe, is that they're going to expand this to be endless. Now, right now, it is a big world. You can fly around and do all kinds of things. But for it, if they can pull it off where it is endless, that will be incredible. There's multiplayer in this game, so you can get on there, get your buddies, share vehicles. There's a share vehicle feature that is not activated yet, but I'm hoping to see that activated here on the final Steam version or in the near future. Okay, so you get in this place. This is kind of like the hub for building. You also can come in here and change whether it's day or night. We're going to go to daytime right now. I think the fridge is just there if you want to grab a cold beer or a soda, whatever. And Joe, Dan must be the guys, I would say, who are involved or leading up this game to build it. And let's go up here. You basically go in here. Some of the new things that are really, really awesome. There's this thing called a rotation gyro. And the devs try to explain to me how this thing creates force on your vehicles. Could be used for motorcycles. To be honest, I'm I'm as much an engineer as a astronaut. Okay, I don't have a clue, so I'm going to have to play with that one, figure it out. But some of you smart guys and gals out there will know what to do with that thing. Smoke flares, really, really awesome. These smoke flares, different colors. They're going to add more colors. I'll show you that in a minute. This one I'm really pumped about. Water landing gear. Pontoons. You can use these like on a seaplane. You can make a boat, whatever. Your imagination's the limit. Take those pontoons and go explore the sea. I've even heard the devs mention there's going to be underwater place, submarines and all that. So, I mean, I can't wait for that stuff. Let's go through the list here. Another fun feature, number plates. Now you can have this plate on your vehicle, put 2, 3, 4 together, put a slogan out, put whatever, customize it, numbers, letters, you name it. A roof light, really awesome. I'll show you that in action here in a minute. Now, one of my favorite things is this detacher right here. Let's go back here. This detacher allows you to couple different areas of your vehicle together, and then whenever you want, you can detach from the vehicle. But here's the coolest thing. You can still control your vehicle once detached. I'm going to show you that in a minute. Let's make sure I don't miss anything new here that's been added to this, different from the previous version to the Steam version that's coming. And again, there could be more things once this releases in November as an early access game here. All right, let's go through. Those things were there before. Yes. Hemi joint. Okay, I haven't even used this yet, but my guess is you can couple together and have, it's a rotating ball, so you could have like a tractor trailer deal where the piece behind you is actually able to pivot. And it does talk about it. A spherical joint that can be connected with parts that have to rotate around the axis, which you can, I'm guessing, adjust. Another cool part that some people will probably use and make some really amazing things with. And I think that's it. Okay, in addition to the stuff that was ready there. Okay, so basically you go in here, and there's this warehouse here where you don't have to be in the warehouse to build, but since we're, let's go outside actually, and I'll show you that here, what we can do with the vehicles. Okay, so here we are out in the open world, which I'll explore in a minute and show you some more of that, right? But let me show you basically the building part, how that works, and also another new feature in the Steam version. So let's, you hit your inventory, get all these vehicles, you can create a new one. But let's go look at, let's look at my P38. I really like, that was one of my earlier vehicles I did. Let's go in there and do a fast edit of the P38. There is a learning curve to this game, which actually I do like. When I first got in it, there's a bit of a challenge of learning how to build. And it's not as much sticking the vehicle together. It's realizing that physics plays a big part in this game, especially this G, the center of gravity, knowing where to put wings, knowing where to put wheels, all of those things affect the vehicle, which if you're looking for that kind of game where it's not, you know, it's not arcade. I mean, it's fun, but it is a sim as well. So those of you who like that level of detail are going to love this game. So if you love to build stuff and then try it out, share it with your friends, it's really, really cool. So here's one view right here. This is kind of where you go in, and this is where you link all things. So like all of these props in here, these parts, right? They're called parts. All of them have to be linked. Like, you know, like I'm highlighting right now the NOS, right? Well, the NOS up here in the top right, you're going to select what it's going to fuel, what it's going to power. It's powering these engines. One thing though, I don't know if the NOS works on the propeller type engines, but you can link it. But I know it really works well with the rocket engines. So now let's go. So there's 4 different modes down here at the bottom. You've got this pipe builder, where here you can come in and you can build basically custom bars, pipes, or whatever you want to call them. Framing, you know, you can build this, you save it, really cool. You can come in here and build your own, let's see, let's do this. Let's do a line here. You could come in and build a frame, and you're welding these pieces together, but you could build a frame in here and then save that frame and give it a name and use it for multiple vehicles. Now, this is where you're going to spend most of your time. This is where you actually build the vehicle. This is where you do it, right? You're going to spend a lot of time in here doing that. And these blue rings are the key to everything. As you snap pieces together and weld them together, these rings allow you then to rotate these parts. And if I push my middle mouse button in, boom. It drops it off. I click the weld point, and I weld it back on. There's a lot, and I won't go into all like a tutorial, all of the tips and tricks of this. I'll do that in another video. Just wanted to show you kind of the concept of how this works. You can highlight multiple things now in the new build, which I think is cool, by double-clicking, and that is in this mode right here. Come in here. Before you had to click something and then like hold shift, and you know, what they did in this build is really nice. Is I double click that, look at that, all my lights are lit up, quick linkage, really nice new feature. Okay, so let's get out there and check out some vehicles. I want to show you some other really cool things and how you can, there's something I discovered, you know, that is really, really amazing, and I think they even could take it even further down the road. So let's check that out. Okay, so here we are out in the wonderful world of Homebrew. Again, this big, open, expansive area. And now you're like, okay, how do I get my vehicle out, right? So you push up your inventory, and we're going to start off with some of the newer vehicles I did with this new build. And we're going to start off with, I was thinking of fun names for this, but I came up with oh geez, just because when I see this thing, I say, oh geez, this thing is a beast. Now, one thing I'm really starting to get into with these vehicles is trying to add parts in a non-traditional way to give them shape. Other than just the wire framing, I'm trying to use the parts to build the vehicle and then use other parts, like these parts here are actually wings for a helicopter that I'm using as fenders. So using them for different things. So let's start looking at this thing. Let's turn it on because it looks much better when it's on. Get some lights going. Okay, so as you can see right at the get-go, Shake and Bake from www.shakespub.net. Look at that. Nice new nameplates. You get up here, shout out to Homebrew, and there are 3 values. There are 3 features of this game. Is to dream, look at the other side here, dream, build, and enjoy. I love that concept, that vision, and I love this. I forgot to mention, there are more tires. There is motorcycle tires. There is dirt bike tires. There is monster truck tires. I wanted these. I got them. I'm pumped. I'll be using the hell out of these tires. Look at those damn things. They are a beast. Yeah, you had a little fun. Eat my dust there, Shake. And down here I got my smoke. I'll show you that. And let's hop in the cockpit here. You can't see a lot of things I have in here. I haven't covered up. But back in there is the coupler, which I'm going to detach from this vehicle here in a minute. But let's get going. Let's get out here into a nice flat area, and I'll show you something. Ooh. Here, I want to show you this view from back here. There's some really cool views in this game. I like the fact that you can have a free camera, like a third-person view. And this is what's awesome about this game. Whatever you can think of, pretty much you can build with enough patience and time. Now, this one, the reason I came up with like this beast of a land vehicle that can get up like this is because I'm thinking on multiplayer, guys chasing me, I want to get away. Hell, I'll just head up for the heavens. I'll head up 40,000 feet and then bring this baby back down. So, but let's get over here for a second. I want to show you something that, in my opinion, is one of the coolest things. And I don't even know if they meant for this to happen, but you got to check this out. It is so much fun. And here we go. Right here, I'm going to do the decoupler, and let me change view. Now, check this out. So I'm still in my seat, right? But I can control my vehicle still. So you could basically, I mean, I am just, this is the tip of the iceberg. Imagine a multiplayer having almost drones where you're sitting, hiding off in a distance. You send out your vehicle with rockets and machine guns, whatever, which are in-game. And you control your vehicle, which maybe they can add cameras later as parts, where you could then have a view from your vehicle and have these drones. So, this is like, I'm a big kid out in my yard with my remote control vehicle, and I'm just having a good old time driving this thing around. Check that out. I mean, watch this. Wait, you got to see this, man. Let me back this baby up here. Let's get some airage going here. All right, I'm gonna turn on the gyro disc. Oh, yeah! As you can see, I've activated the smoke. Yeah, baby! Is just a ton of fun. And you can add as many smoke, what are they, smoke canisters or whatever the hell they are, on there. And there's different colors, like I said, which is really cool. Let's see if I can get my vehicle back here. It is a little bit stuck. But see, this is where the camera on board could play a part. I could see where my vehicles go, because once it gets a certain distance from you, it's definitely harder to control it. Let's just lift her out of there. That's the nice thing of having those jets on there. Your turning ability does get limited once you activate that gyro disc. Let's see if I can get it back here. And it's over there going. It's going crazy. I think I just flipped it. No, I'm good. All right, those big wheels help. Let's back it up. I can barely see it right now. Come on, baby. Here she comes. Yeah. Let's see if I can get her to go by us again here. Look at that thing. Look at this thing. Look at this thing. Woo! Yeah. Okay, so enough of that, because I could drive that for hours because it's that much fun. Okay, so now I'm going to show you another vehicle. Again, just giving you a sample of what you can do in this, and also so you can see a little more of the world. But I call this one Mars Bound because what I'm trying to go for is a... I went up there. Let's get... Something's happened to my little ball throwing thing. Hold on. What I'm trying to go for is... I don't know. For some reason, I can't throw my ball. There it goes. That's too low. One thing, if you build a vehicle horizontally that you want to stand, as you can see, that doesn't work. So you got to throw your ball. Oh, it's because those little things are there, I think. Let's go out here. You have to throw it vertically, like so. So there's little tricks you learn, which I'll go into a tutorial later, maybe some tutorials. But I have this vision of a rocket. Now, this one doesn't look that great, in my opinion. Kind of threw it together pretty quickly. But where you get up in there into space, you know, or, that would be just awesome if you could do that in this game. But I think you can get like to 40,000 feet or kilometers, something like that. I mean, you could get really, really high. Now, getting up here is a little bit tricky. And maybe at some point they add ladders in the game where you could get up, you know, to your cockpit in vehicles like this. But if you... There, I'm in. All right. Let's fire this baby up. Now, this is what I'm going to do, actually. Now, I could fly up with it. And let's do that first, and I'll show you something else cool you can do this. You ready? So let's do 3, 2, 1, NASA. Let's go. And as you can see, this is just crazy. As you're leaving the atmosphere, it's wild. And now I can decouple from this and still control that rocket. And there she goes off into space or wherever it's going. And I just think that's cool. I think this is the tip of the iceberg. And I think people, I'm creative, but I think some people will come up with some really crazy creative ideas. We're heading our way back down to Earth here. I would activate, there's a little glitch with the parachutes right here, so they're going to fix that, I was told. So that's good. Those will be working on the Steam release. But you can have parachutes on here. You could activate your parachutes. You can now, if you wanted to, you could have this be your second vehicle. Oh, there it is right there. Look at that. I'm going right by it. Look at that. Look at that. It's, I think, where's that sucker at? It's right over there. Is that it? Where'd it go? Oh, there's a blimp up there. Oh, let's get out of the water. And since we're in, though, I'm going to die probably here because I'm not going to get to the surface quick enough. But they've updated the water. It looks gorgeous. I'll show you a shot of the water. So these guys, they're... I just died in the water, drowned. That's okay. Okay, the reason I'm back in the garage is I talked about the wheels, but I want to show people because I know some people really like to get into the whole wheels part and use those wheels for different kinds of vehicles. So let me show you a whole bunch more wheel options, and I'll show you now they have dirt bike front. Check that out. That is really awesome. I can't wait to see what people do with that. They have dirt bike rear, a little bit bigger and wider. They have, again, monster truck, which I love that. They've got monster truck big, which is even bigger. They have also this off-road Rover Mountain. Check that out. So, I mean, these guys are going to... This is, again, early access, and the game is so solid already in pre-alpha. And all of these features, I mean, when these guys get rolling on Steam, I'm telling you, there's going to be so many options in this building part of the game. Okay, another new feature in the Steam version, which, again, subject to change, but this is what's in here now. Different than the previous build. This is really nice. Is getting more into the customization ability of within the building garage here. And normally in the previous build, you could just turn it, I think it was at 45-degree rotation. But in this one now, if you hold down the control key, do you see the smaller adjustments? I think I was told 9 degrees, but don't quote me on that. Now, you also can go the other direction by holding control and shift together and reverse it. So another, I think he said building in 3D, but not sure what that totally means. But you've got this ability now to make smaller micro adjustments to your setups. I'm hoping in the future, one thing is, everything right now seems to be at right angles, would be the ability to make things turn out at an angle also. So you can do that in a way through these settings on wheels. You can come in and you can, there's a lot of detail in here where you could like adjust the max angle of the turn. You also can adjust the offset angle of the tire, inward and outward. Steering input, brake, handbrake, all of that stuff. So I want to make sure you guys know about that additional feature as well. Okay, so we're here. We're going to take Tiny Dude over a little flight real quick, and then we're going to... Let me make sure... yeah, that's good. All right. I love flying this thing right here. All right, so just to give you a taste of the world. Look at these blimps out here, different things you can shoot at. The water, I mean, so those of you who played the previous version, look at that, look at the reflection of it. They've added stuff out here so people that are going to build boats and stuff can do things. They've got, looks like orbs out there. But the water, let me go down, I'll go down to the beach here. Just bring this around here. We'll take a look at the water, but I'm going to show you this other vehicle I have. Bring her in here nice. That's why I like this vehicle, because I can get in really... Now that flickering you're seeing is with something with the shadows. They are working on that. It's not a big deal. There we go. All right, thanks, little dude. Now I'm going to bring out this other one. Now I'm going to show you something really cool about this. Okay, so let's find, where's Mars Bound. We're going to use Mars Bound here. And again, you got to throw it up there. Different angles depending on how you built the vehicle. And we're going to get into Mars Bound again, but I'm going to show you something that's, again, back to like with the OG's vehicle where I separated from it. Let me show you what you can do with like planes and things like that. And I'll show you with my jet as well. All right, let's. I'll stop recording, get up in the vehicle, and get down on the ground so it doesn't waste too much of your time. Okay, so I'm sitting down here on the ground now. I've detached from my rocket. But what's cool again is now, yeah, I now am controlling my rocket. I can have this blast off, basically. You know, and if you're into machinima, whatever you want to do, you can make some movies with this. I did suggest to the devs, I hope, at some point, maybe not in the next build, that let's get this guy on some land here so we can. I'm controlling that. Check that out. Check that out. How cool is that? What I suggested is at some point, if they could add camera part. There's my rocket over there. And look at that. Look at that sucker go. Yeah! I mean, that is crazy. If they could add cameras to that, and I could see and put the cameras in different locations, like, below looking down, cameras on top. I then could see enemy. I could make some cool videos, control it better. Because right now you are locked into the chair. But again, for just the start of this feature. Oh, let me flip around here. Let's see if I can get this thing back up. No, that's all right. Okay, but you get the idea. Really cool. I'm going to run down the water. The water looks really good. They're making improvements on this. I am going to make a seaplane here pretty soon. I want to try landing that on the water, but really, really nice job. Look at the reflections. That's looking really, really good. So nice to see they're working on the visuals in this game. They look good, but I think they're going to even look better. I'm going to show you my jet now. Okay, so here's one vehicle I'm really proud of. This jet right here. Okay, this is my Top Gun jet. And again, having a little fun, shake and bake, homebrew. And I love this jet. And at some point, I need to upload these files onto a file sharing website, so others could, if they want to download these, can try these out, and also I could try some of theirs out as well. But I want to show you again, just let me hold on, guys. Let me fix that real quick. I think I still, I do. I've got the jet attached to the bottom of. What I was doing was I was making an ejection seat. So actually, I'll show you that. Let's fire this baby back up. Let me get up in the sky with this jet, so you can see what a jet can do. And again, playing around with an ejection seat. It's not perfect. It was my first attempt at it, but you get the idea. All right, here we go. Get a little NOS, get a little power up. Here we go. Yeah, see, I forgot to hit my gyro disc. Gyro disc is so important in this game, especially when you're flying, because it helps stabilize the plane. You definitely have to, and you learn how much power to give that gyro disc. The more power you give it, the more stable. And you can see I've added some different colored smoke back there, which again is a lot of. It's just the fun factor is like 10 of this game. If you're a creative person and you want to build things, and if you're competitive, maybe you want to get into the whole multiplayer part of the game, you can do that as well. There's rockets you can add right now. There's machine guns. Really, really cool. Let's just take it down here by the water. Look at that water. It'd be nice at some point if they could add weather effects in this game. Not sure how that would be on performance-wise, but maybe like the choppy seas a little bit, some white caps. But again, that could really be an impact on performance. Right now, the game is running, got it maxed out, probably 7 to 80 frames a second, which is really nice. There, that was the sound barrier getting broken. All right, we're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna show you this now. I'm not sure. I think the parachute's a little glitchy right now, but you can see what I was trying to do was this. Let's see. Come on, turn on. Why isn't my? I must have disabled, but I had the rocket underneath there as a way to like shoot me up through the canopy, kind of like you'd see in a jet ejection seat. Okay, so here, what I remember is this is actually Top Gun 2 right here, and I did this one on purpose for this reason right here. I'm going to show you what I did is I made it so the seat could drop and I could sit here on the ground. And again, this comes back to the drone concept and the fun factor. It's a little more difficult with the jet, and this is where the camera piece may come in, is because it flies so fast and it's hard to see where I'm going and control it. But let's get this baby up in the sky. If I can. I don't know why it's got a turning issue like that. Normally it doesn't do that. Let's get it. There we go. Oh, you know what I forgot to do, guys? I forgot to, again, I mentioned this throughout the video. I forgot to turn on the gyro disc. The gyro disc has got to be on, or it just doesn't fly right. So let's turn that on. And we'll do the same thing. Let's get this thing going. And I've got the smoke on because it does help me find the plane once it's up in the sky. There it is. Let's bring it around. Let's see if I can do it without crashing. Oh, turn around, baby. So again, you can see it's got a lot of power, so it should be able to get back up. There it goes. Let's see if I can bring this thing around here. It's so much fun. Just sitting here. I mean, I feel like a kid. I'm outside flying my model airplane. Look at that. Look at that. Now, what I'd love to be able to do is do a flyby. Let's see if I can get it back up, guys. I don't know if I can. It's a little harder with the jets because they're so fast, and I have no clue where that thing is at right now. But you get the idea. I just want you to get the concept. Oh, there it goes. Oh, there it is right there. I'm not sure how it's still flying, but let's see if I can bring that baby around. Check that out. Let's see if I can bring this thing around. Come on, baby. Come back this way. Here it comes. Here it comes. Here it comes. Come on. Come on. No, it's just way up there. It's so high. It's crazy. Can you imagine, though, if there were cameras on that right now, and then you could do a flyby by you in the control seat here? All right, here it comes. I think, is it coming back this? It's so far away. I can't really tell, guys. I wish I want to end the video, but I also want to try to get this thing to come back this way, but I think it may be so far away. Whoa, there it is. There it is. Come on. It's still doing loops out there. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to get it back, guys. All right, let's end it here. Okay, so coming out in November, if you got any questions, I'm going to do some tutorials probably to help you in some things I've learned in the game. Again, I think this game is awesome, and I'm not part of the dev team. I do honest reviews. The reason I love this game is I'm a kind of creative person. I like to build stuff and then fly. It's got enough challenge to it that it makes it rewarding once you get it to work. I'm going to leave here with OGs. All right. I'm going to take off into the sunset on OGs just because I love this vehicle. Here we go. Little OGs action. And maybe I'll put some tunes on for you guys. Here we go. Hey guys, thanks for the subs. Thanks for the likes. Thanks for supporting Shake's channel. I really appreciate it, guys. My goal, I'm trying to get to 10,000. Help me get to 10,000. That's what I'm trying to get to. Hope I can get there. Part of it is I don't play a lot of the AAA games, so I don't get a lot of traffic. I am loyal to more of the indie mod games and small teams out there, so any support I can get would be greatly appreciated. Here we go.